starting the stream. The stream is now beginning quickly. Oh yeah, the stream is ready to go. I think we'll start the show very soon. Just gotta open YouTube chat because it doesn't actually generate a URL until after the stream is live. Why isn't it actually doing that? Refreshing repeatedly so I can open the YouTube chat. Pop out chat, live chat. This is the sort of thing I normally do while other music plays, but we're hoping to generate a VOD today. That's short for video on demand, and we're gonna travel across the land to visit Kindleless, where there is no land to see. So teleporting me. Okay, so we are currently above the void here. I have not flown around yet for Bobby mod purposes, so the render distance is low. That's going to give everybody a chance to teleport over here via things. So we're going to fly around the perimeter of Kindleless's Big Dig here on the 10th Orward Patreon SMP server. Folks who play on this server are Patreon patrons at the at least $10 a month tier. So we are flying around so we can let Bobby Mod show the scale of this project once we actually start. Okay. Is anybody else having a hard time getting here besides Woodland Wizard? I could do a manual teleport as the admin. Okay, Woodland Wizard's there. Yeah, I try to avoid mass teleporting everybody before these build contests because sometimes people are like still in their storage rooms and they're like, no, I was grabbing my stuff. Just don't. So... Oh, Woodland is actually already here and is trying to figure out how to leave later or to go get stuff during the thing. Gotcha. So this is a survival multiplayer server. I am an admin, so I'm flying around like one of the Greek gods that can fly. Can they all fly? I don't know. Poseidon, I think, just kind of waves everywhere. He's just got that whoosh, you know, riding the surf type thing. That's kind of flying. Okay, so we are going to drop out of the sky and let these last chunks load in. There we go. Ooh. Ah, better not fall. What is the Caves and Cliffs achievement? Fall from the top of the world to the bottom of the world and survive. Yeah, I don't know if it's more like fall from the top of the world to the bottom of the world and create. So, okay. We have here the road segments for the build. The parade is going to be directly over the void here in Kindleless's outpost. As you can see, it's a big, empty world void thing. Skyblock area type thing. Okay, so everybody who's competing basically already knows the rules, so I'm going to tell them to start as soon as I get my timer out, which I am totally prepared with. It is right over here. Everybody has 1 hour to build. As soon as I say 3, 2, 1, build! Okay. 59 minutes and 57 seconds remain. Build. We lost Joe's voice on the Discord. Oh. Oh, you guys... Oh, apparently I wasn't on voice command, voice push to talk. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Voice activity. Now everybody can hear me. Okay. Yes. / time set day. I'm going to do game rules so that... So, a few things. Normally, this server has normal time and weather and stuff, but during these parade float build contests, we set a fixed time. Some of the parades are at night, some are during the day. This one's during the day, so game rule, do daylight cycle false. Okay. There we go. So now everybody can hear me in the Discord chat. We have 59 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. I'm not going to give you a report every 35 seconds. This is just the rate at which we're doing it now. So, one thing I like to do early in the parade float build contest while the people start getting their platforms in, because, you know, platform building is an important part. Yes, I did say start. I said build way back here. Don't worry, you only missed 70 seconds. You're not too far behind. This is a dangerous parade. This is actually the first parade. We're trying something experimental. Normally, we have keep inventory off on this server. For this 1 hour period during the parade float building, keep inventory is on. Just because... Oh, wait, what does this say? Feliz cumpleaños. It has been 365 something. Looks like Kindless is writing a note here. How is he doing this? Did he hide the note behind blocks that are being destroyed? Gravity blocks are falling off the wall. Very interesting. Kinsey says, just me lagging. Oh, you know what? No, I am dropping flames. Keep inventory is working. Okay. Let me do a quick, let me do a quick check on my internet. We've been having some trouble lately. It looks like this is on my end. Yeah. So I've still got 500 megabits a second down, but my upload speed is having some issues. So if I restart... No, I've got 286 megabits a second up. So is this restream.io's end? Okay. So, yeah, let me check status.restream.io. Falling blocks wouldn't hurt the frames. Okay. Let's see. We're still getting... What is going on here? Okay, so as I fly around... 0 drop frames... Okay. I think we're streaming again. It doesn't look like we're dropping frames now, at least. Okay. So anyway, it looks like our host for this parade float build contest... If you're coming in... Actually, if you're coming in for the VOD, we've been having some streaming issues. And so the competition is already underway... for the last 8.5 minutes. In that 8.5 minutes, multiple people have started building their Groundhog Day themed parade floats. This is hosted in Kindless's Groundhog Day, not Groundhog Day. Oh my gosh, I want to start the VOD over. This is hosted in Kindless's Skyblock area. He used redstone and a lot of time to basically destroy a giant void hole. That's 896 meters by 896 meters here on the 10th Orward server. The 10th Orward server is my Patreon SMP server. Kindless has actually written a birthday note because February 2nd is also the anniversary of us launching this server. It has been 365 days since we were dumped into the end with stone tools. Oh yeah, when I launched the server, I sent everybody to fight the dragon like an hour into... Basically, I said, you have an hour to gather materials, then our first server event is... to fight the dragon with whatever you can assemble in that hour. From Tower Town to Spawn Village, and even a giant licked sun. I'm assuming that's the licked sun over there. I see kind of a tongue and a sun. Or licked sign. I don't know. Well, there was so much happening on that first day, and there was so much room to comfortably build and explore. We then traveled tens or even tens of thousands of blocks to set up a network of towns, hubs, and projects that we smashed together while adapting our creative visions to Joe's vision of the world. Yeah, I am kind of a mean god on this server. 3 months later, a dozen towns were on display, which was awesome. We had Manu as well as the B-dubs team. Not B000100, but we have Brent at home, Brent M. Bowen and his wife Pepper, who are both amazing entertainers, came to judge. And many projects had begun to take shape. Game Club Central says, Brent and Pepper are awesome. They are indeed. Real quick, a year later, we have, and then Kindless has built a ticker. Stellar built a spider. At Joe Hills got married. I was like, I can't tell what that word is. Yeah, it's married. Hey, I did get married. So did Badger Spanner. I know, what a coincidence. Yeah. Welcome, Marty, in the YouTube chat. I actually need to or in the Twitch chat. I need to refresh the YouTube chat since we reset the stream. My YouTube chat URL has changed, and so I'm not need to pull that up real quick. Am I live on YouTube? We're at least not dropping frames anymore. I might. Huh. That's weird. It did not go live on YouTube again. What would cause that? It says I'm sending YouTube ingest data. Oh, maybe... Uh-oh. Okay, so the stream that I tried turning off before might actually still be going? It is. So I just need to set that back to public. Usually YouTube gives me a whole new URL. Whoops, sorry, YouTube stream. Okay, so this VOD is worst VOD ever. Technology, it's brittle. Woo! Okay. Okay, so I have unprivated the YouTube to bring it back live. The joys of multi-streaming. Today, friends old and new are gathering to observe Groundhog Day, a day focusing on the start of spring and the end of winter. Day about community and growth. Thanks to 10th Word, it has been a wild year. Kindless. Well, thank you, Kindless, for building a fantastic little ticker here. Celebrating, okay, built Denver. I'm guessing that was about Mantua Maker. Vin Shoket mastered the art of chorus. I'm guessing that's going to be chorus blossoms. Oh, chorus bonsai. Gotcha. We've got all sorts of builds going on down here as well. The competitors still have 46 minutes to build their parade floats themed around Groundhog Day. We've got a little overview platform here where Centauratron seems to be building a Minecraft wheelchair. Interesting. Or maybe it's a rocking chair. It looks more like a rocking chair because it's only got the bottom half of the wheels. But yeah. So let's go ahead and I'm going to zoom out here for a second. Centauratron says, it is indeed a rocking chair. Excellent. So let's go ahead and we're going to close the laptop. Yeah. Whew. It is time to enjoy the show. Now we've got 45 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the build. I don't know if y'all have seen the film Groundhog Day with Bill Murray, but it's a strongly recommend from me. Magenta placed a cool $500,000 sand. Interesting. Oh, it looks like... Oh, you know what? The ticker only updates on the chunks that I have loaded. Interesting. So if I'm flying too far away, Bobby Mod doesn't show the new ticker text. What are these? Are these... Yeah, these are... Made weird experimental art. Yeah, these are little lamps here. Which / game mode spectator. Let's look behind the curtain. So presumably there's like dispensers or something that are passing. Oh no, it's sending signals down here from the beginning. Oh. Where's the actual ticker stored, I guess? It's a binary to ASCII text converter. Ooh, fancy. So you stored the information in binary, and then it's reading that and converting it to ASCII. And so you've got the characters mapped somewhere, and it displays a certain character. It pulls from those maps based on the binary readout. The bottom half is the ASCII decoder. Okay, it's hard to see inside of that, but that's very cool, Kindless. Top half is the 32 stored messages. The fact that you have capital and lowercase is impressive, says Gritmonger. You're not wrong. It would have been a lot simpler to have fewer characters to decode. But if you look at this void here, Kindless does not usually select the simpler option. You know, a lot of people on the server simply choose not to destroy everything down past bedrock in an 896 by 896 plot. But let's real quick fly around up here for a second, because I want to show that there's some other builds kind of in the general area. We visited this area during the judging of the different outposts. Kindless says, I saved 2,000 shulkers of cobbled deep slate. Oh, this road bridge connection here is really cool. Kindless, was this one of your neighbors who built this?
This is Magenta's build.
Magenta, this is really gorgeous. I love this kind of collapsed, strung together. Oh, and there's a castle at the end, too. Okay, I thought this was just a bridge that connected to the next continent, but this is really cool. Oh, and no, the bridge does continue, though.
Yeah, you have about 4,000 blocks of things to see.
Yeah, we're gonna fly around a little bit while our contestants build. Oh, I like this like collapsing explosion dust cloud here. I'm assuming that's supposed to be a collapse cloud, but I'm not sure. Maybe that's something else. Very cool. Yeah, I try to fly around. Here's Magenta's 500,000 sand. Oh, these dunes, are these Magenta made? Oh, I do love these awesome creatures over here as well. This is my Patreon SMP server for anybody just joining us. Tons of talented people play Minecraft every day. You guys see the ones that are on YouTube, but there are people who go out there and work hard in all sorts of different professions, and then at the end of the day, just make stuff like this. I love that the path is like the tongue of that creature. Wow. So much cool stuff. We're going to be...
It continues into the Valley of the Dead.
Really? Well, I do love a good Valley of the Dead, so I might just continue this way a minute. And I'm also realizing that my Discord text chat is set to the wrong channel. Sorry, we had a lot of tech problems getting the stream set up this morning or afternoon. So yeah, let me make sure I've got that. Whoa.
The Valley of the Dead was built by Bayer.
Mm-hmm. I'm not entering Bear 33's, or I'm now entering. Okay, cool. I thought you were saying, like, don't enter there. That's not cool. Okay, wow, because it is pretty cool. Whoa. Yeah, I saw Bear had some sort of secret project that took months. I'm guessing this is it?
This is that project.
Oh, in spectator mode, I can't just fall out of the sky. Game mode, creative. Whoop. This is sweet. Yeah, this definitely took about a year. Ooh, boy. Incredible level of detail. Very cool. I love the gradient on the valley. Yeah, Bear did all this in survival. Now, during the build contests, during the judging of the build contests, I do give people some blocks as like rewards for competing. So it's not a pure vanilla survival server because there are random prizes and stuff that I give once a month for events like this. But that's, you know, on the whole, this is a I don't give somebody a bunch of sandstone. I might give them some netherite or some glow lights or whatever. Whoa. I'm terrified I'm going to break something. This is super cool. Oh, these are like the mines. Oh. So let's go ahead and fly back up out of here. We have much more to see while we wait. Our builders have 37 minutes and 51 seconds remaining. So we are just going to be kind of flying around on the server a little bit, checking some stuff out. David Stefan in the YouTube chat says, I got your TCG cards. Awesome. Metal Plasms writes, whoa, this is incredible. I clicked on the stream entirely because of how great this looked in the thumbnail. Well, thank you very much to Bear33 for having something so cool to show up in the thumbnail. This is a... Wow. I need to rethink the scales of my Hermitcraft builds. Because, like... this is technically a smaller area than the thing that I'm building on Hermitcraft right now. But it's... Because it's more compact, it feels bigger. And there's also, honestly, a lot more verticality to it. This seems like it's in the perfect sweet spot for a future Hermitcraft build in terms of scale. So, I am definitely excited about my current Season 10 build, but when I start thinking about the next one eventually, I'm going to be keeping this in mind. Very inspirational, Bear. Thank you. Let's keep moving. But yeah, David, Stefan, I am so glad that you love your TCG cards. I am excited to see those getting out into the world for everybody. Yep, there's some sort of slug down there. Dottie Matrix says, Hermitcraft may have a slug, but we've got a whole bear. Very true. This is a really cute little magma slug thing. Apparently, Kindlelist says it's named Scott. Or Soot. Not Scott. Okay. That makes way more sense. I was like, okay, I'm sure there's a backstory to that. No true Scott slug. Frugal Wizard joined the game. Welcome, Frugal Wizard. Especially from Woodland Wizard. It's nice. You know, this server has a lot of wizards, but they all get along. It's not like Adventure Time at all. In that way. This bear doesn't hibernate. He grinds. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and we're going to continue to fly around the outside of Kindlelist's perimeter here. In the east direction, we have Stellar's Island and Spide. Then the route and eventually Denver. Excellent. I'm just going to fly back around a little bit because I don't have all of this loaded in for replay mod or Bobby mod. So even though some of this might not have builds in it, just when we do fly around later, it'll look better if we've got more chunks in. But yeah, very large, very large. I miss Invidium too. Cortex, we appreciate you. We appreciate you more the longer that you haven't updated. One day, please update Invidium. Okay, so there's the parade route over there. The builds are going to be a little bit out of sync with the, because we haven't reloaded those chunks yet. But game mode, spectator, /pt, TP. Let's actually teleport back there real quick and remind viewers and contestants that there are 33 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the building portion of our Groundhog Day parade float build contest. These are starting to come together, but it's going to be hard to say what they are for another half hour until they're all done. Oh, I was going to say, this one might be a pot of stew. Or an Oscar the Grouch. This one could be anything down here. I don't know what that is. But it's got a good foundation. Got some redstone there. This looks like an exploding bed. This looks like maybe the news van chasing the truck from Groundhog Day, the film, starring Bill Murray. And this could be anything. We'll have to come back. Stellar Spider says, I'm not competing, just building alongside. Ah, Stellar Spider adding some decorative biplanes. Very cool. So yeah, the contestants are actually the ones building on the parade route. Other members of the server are obviously welcome to coordinate with our host, in this case, Kindless. Every time we do a build contest, we do it in a different location somewhere on the server, so that way the parade floats can stay the entire length of the server. But yeah, so we often have folks coordinate with the parade host to build things to decorate alongside the route or inside the route that are not part of the contest itself. And so those biplanes are one example of that. Let's go ahead and continue our fly around here. Loading in some more chunks. / game mode creative. La, da, da, da. I feel like there was a model of the Ever Given around here that I wanted to show off. I think I'm on the way to that now. Yeah, this looks like, yeah, down the road. Okay, cool. I am on track then. Welcome to Twitch's This Is Fred Forever. Who says howdy y'all, yeah. Okay, that reminds me, I don't think I've actually posted the Patreon link here. Let's move a little bit more forward so we can get that. So the model of Ever Given that I built on Hermitcraft was 40% scale. And I think the ships that Kindless built are at 1:1 scale. When we built the Ever Given on Hermitcraft, it what do you call it? Didn't have we didn't have the Bobby mod yet, so the ship would have been too long to render. Yeah, so Kindless has built a 1:1 Never Given. Ta-da-da-da. Very cool. Real quick though, let me F3 and D so we can have that up. If anybody's interested in joining my Patreon, you might have heard me talk about the Discord chat during the streams in the past. $5 a month gets you Discord access. $10 a month gets you onto the Minecraft servers. Jeremy says, hey, Joe, just joined. How are you doing? And Amber the Umwitch says, wait, what are we doing today? Right now, we are giving our contestants in the Parade Float build contest another 25 minutes and 45 seconds to continue their builds. They're down there in the pit building their parade floats. And so I am flying around looking at the other cool builds in this part of the server. This is a very large SMP server with an excellent community. Thank you, Dottie Matrix, for reminding us of that. Lady Oolong, welcome. Glad you could join us in the Discord chat. So, okay, so I need to head north to get to Stellar's area. Which way is north? Because the sun is in, I think, because I locked the time, that's the east, so north would be this way. Unless I had, I don't know what time, I did time set 1,000. I think that's in the morning. Negative 33, 35, negative 7,000. Am I heading that way? No, I am not. Wait. Negative? Negative would be really far. Okay. No, I am facing north. So if Stellar's base is to the north of the Ever Given, it's not at those coordinates. I'll tell you that, Kindless. It's either at those coordinates or north, but it can't be both, because those coordinates are south of the Ever Given. I went a bunch west first. I'm okay. I'm heading this is due north from the Ever Given. The Ever Given is due south of me. Okay, I'll go south of the Ever Given. La 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 la. Oh yeah, we're also doing rotational tips today. So the camera will rotate 1 degree angular for every dollar that rolls in. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. Bum 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 bum. La da 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 do. La da 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 da. Dee dee. Wum bum ba da da dun dun da 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 do 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 do. La da 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 da. I was literally by it. The chunks just didn't load. Oh. Well, why are those coordinates so different? Okay, whatever. It's fine. We can go out a little further as a treat for the Bobby mod. La 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 la. La 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 la. So did anybody see Wells' latest video yet? It's got me and Wells playing Hermitcraft TCG. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to have that in my episode 51. Episode 50 should be coming out soon, and episode 51 will be later this week. Episode 50 is going to be my interview with Allison Chapman. I know I originally said, like, oh, I got to get that done by Thursday. The reason I said that was because I knew that if I didn't get it done by Thursday, Friday and Saturday were going to be super busy, because Friday I had a bunch of tax stuff to do because 1099 NECs were due, and Saturday was my daughter's birthday party. So basically, anytime I wasn't spending on taxes on Friday, I was spending getting ready for the birthday party, and then all day Saturday was dealing with birthday stuff. So, yeah, I am going to be getting that episode out shortly. It was almost done on Thursday, but then I had to take a 2-day pause to take care of all that other life stuff. So, Allison Chapman video still coming out as episode 50 as soon as possible. And then episode 51 featuring Wells Knight, Cub Fan, and Good Times with Scar will be later this week. Both of those should be spectacular. The one nice thing about... You know what? You know what? I'm actually... No, I'm not going to overshare about my schedule. My schedule is bonkers, and we can leave it at that. But yeah, we are now at Spider's area. You can tell by the spider and the fact this is an area. Alrighty, have a good night, Spider, or morning. Good luck with your ears. Yeah, this is cool. Got a little volcano temple type thing here. Got a seawall. Yeah, so go check out Wells's video. I'm actually... Yeah, you know what? No, that's not too much of an overshare to say. I'm glad that my schedule pushed my Wells video out a few days past when his video came out, because I want everybody who would have watched it on my channel to go support him and like let him know he's welcome back. I mean, that's not an overshare. That's probably fine. I don't know. I overthink stuff sometimes. But yeah, I'm really glad. I always hate it when my video production schedule gets delayed, but I am really glad that this is an opportunity for folks who missed it on my stream to go check it out on Wells' channel and let him know. Please leave a nice comment, thumbs up, that sort of thing for him. Because it's been a while since he's been on Hermitcraft. But, yeah. We were hanging out some for Satisfactory. We've been talking behind the scenes this whole time. He didn't, like, disappear or anything. He's been around. It's just... life keeps us busy sometimes. So, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. So, at least 2 Hermitcraft episodes out from me this week that I've already basically filmed all of. Just need to get the outros in and edit. There's a hole in the ocean. Oh, wait, there it is. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. La da 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 do. Do 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 do. Bum 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 da da. Do 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 do. La da 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 do 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 do. 21 minutes and 45 seconds remain, competitors. About a third of our hour is left. We're going to do another flyby and refresh ourselves. I try not to look at the floats too closely before the actual judging. In about 21 minutes and 30 seconds, our competitors will each present their floats. Goatee when? I have a goatee. Sorry you're not feeling well, Amber the Elm Witch. Hope this stream is something to chill out and enjoy while you relax, rehydrate, and rest. Get some electrolytes if you have peanuts or Gatorade or something. Get some salt in you too. Even if you can't keep big meals down when you're not feeling well. Something small and salty. Pepper, or not pepper, what are they? Potato chips. I was like, it's one of those words that starts with a puh sound. Potato chips, peanuts, things with a little bit of salt. Get some water. Just the goatee. It is just a goatee. I don't have, like, sideburns. I guess you just assumed I had a full beard because you couldn't see the sides of my face very clearly. Pork chops, also salty. Technically more of a meal. Lady Oolong, sorry that you haven't been feeling well either. Hope you enjoy your rest day. Yeah, Wells's video can go in your queue for when you're kicking back later. So the ticker ran through all the text Kindle has had, and he said, I'm going to go refresh it. And he did not turn it back to the beginning. He's playing something else. Ba. The Redstone Rickroll. Wandering Falcon says dancing, but slower. Kindle says, I almost gave you Smash Mouth. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Back to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You never shine if you don't glow. You never invert the lyrics if you don't try. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid, and all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. Amber the Elm Witch says, "Can we get Nirvana?" Let's see. Bring your hair into a world I will protect. So hard to find. It's a statement. And we all know entertain us. Well, that got really British somehow. Ender Ninja says, I love Joe singing because he can't play music. Yep. Wild16 says, sounds just like it, Joe. I know, right? Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Do 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 bum 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 ba da bum 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 ba da da. Do 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 do. Gray heart hanging by a thread there. Centauratron says, I did finish my rocking chair. If you want to come see it. We got 15 minutes and 40 seconds left. So we have two options. We can go look at that rocking chair more closely, or I can go full Vanilla Ice. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extremes, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up the stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance to the speaker that booms, killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly when I play a dope melody. Anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it. You better gain weight. You better hit bullseye. The kid don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Let's check out this chair that Centauratron put over here. That's not it. There it is. Chair, senti. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Chair, senti. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Blah, blah. Grandmonger says, is it a copyright strike when the song itself is a copyright strike? Well, yeah, we would just have to pay the Under Pressure guy. Pressure, pressing down on me. Pressing down on you. for sure. Under pressure. Do 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 dee ba 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 ba. Falling off a cliff. La da da da. Da 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 da. La da da. Da da da. It's the terror of knowing what Joe's on about. Watching your good friend scream, "Let me out!" Yeah. Do you know falling into the void is the only way to die in creative Minecraft without using commands? Magenta Avocado says, I love the idea of having server achievements on the wall. It's so great to play here with y'all. Naughty Matrix says, pray the bedrock breaker gets us lower, lower, low. Superstone says, the only trouble with being over the void is it's irresponsible for me to mace people. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons we put keep inventory on, just in case somebody was slightly less responsible than you and did it anyway. We just for the record, anybody who's watching the stream, this is a keep inventory off server normally because this one particular parade is over the void. We have keep inventory on. Okay. So let's see. How are we on time? We got 12 minutes and 44 seconds remaining. Bum 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 bada bum 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 bada bum 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 bada bada. Hold on, somebody just commented on my Zombie Cleo video. Nautilus M. Butler says, how did I get recommended Cleo's message to Joe Hills from 13 years ago, and now Joe's all in one day? Laughing emoji heart. And I'm going to reply, they're timeless classics meant to be enjoyed together. Cheers. And good health. There we go. Bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da 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 la da 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 dun 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 dun. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. La da 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 dee 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 dee. Zoe Kinsey writes on my mailbag letter request video, what candy do you like, Joe? I really like saltwater taffy that's like freshly made. Freshly made saltwater taffy is my favorite. But like, I really need to go see a dentist at some point. I've been putting it off for financial reasons, so I haven't had that for a while. Do not send me saltwater taffy because I will not be able to enjoy it. Ooh, that's a process. That's a dangerous process. Mahi Zero says, this process? Yes. Why do I have so many text messages? What? Oh my god. My sister-in-law, no, sorry, my brother just sent a text message to the family group chat of, oh gosh, I don't remember what the name. What's the name of Homer's coworker who takes the number off the sign? Uh, for 0 days without child catching on fire. And my sister-in-law says, "Take your guesses on which child it was." So and so caught her hair on fire, but Peter quickly extinguished it. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. Yep. That's a. Okay. Let's have 26 messages in the family group chat in like 1 minute situation. Yeah. So apparently, yeah. It was not a. No actual harm was done situation. Otherwise, people wouldn't be sending a million funny gifs about it. But uh, it was one of those things where my brother immediately noticed and put it out. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, one wrong click and that's an exploding bed. Kindless says either Lenny or Carl. Uh, Lady Oolong says, "I'm reminded I have one slice of leftover pizza left, and I can make some chicken broth to dunk it in." Ooh, that sounds pretty good. We have a lot of leftover pizza. Okay. I'm sending a follow-up question here because I gotta know if this was a situation where the child was being carried past a candle and lunged for it, or if the child ran up to the candle themselves. Ah, jeez. I'm assuming based on the fact that my brother was able to immediately put it out that it's possible she was, like, being carried, but I mean, then again, at the same time, if I see a child running toward candles, I'm going to start walking in that way quickly just in case anyway. Attentive parenting. I always my daughter always says like, "Dad, can I do this?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, you can try. It's a little dangerous, but you're big enough you can give it an attempt." And she's like, "Well, you wouldn't let me get hurt." And I'm like, "No, I wouldn't let you get injured." I will let you try things where you might get hurt, but I won't let you try things where I think you might get seriously injured. There's a difference. Time. Oh, yeah, yeah. 5 minutes and 55 seconds. Yeah. And before anybody's like, how could you ever let a child be around candles? Like, seriously, if you've never had kids, you might not appreciate that, like, if you try to raise your child in an environment where there is never anything that can hurt them around, then as soon as they go to someone else's house or someplace different, they will immediately be super curious about all of the dangerous things and get hurt in an environment that's unfamiliar to you, where you're less prepared to deal with it. So, oh my gosh. Okay. How did the cake turn out? Asked Luxme13. Cake turned out amazing. The cake was really good. Badger did a great job. Corinne helped with the frosting. I did stir the toffee, but I can't claim too much credit. Wandering Falcon says, "Playing with fire is what being in Scouts is for." This is Fred Forever says, "Kids will always find something dangerous." I think that was a typo there. To throw you as a parent, no matter how careful you are. Yeah. Yeah, like... Yeah, Ender Ninja says sometimes kids got to get hurt to learn, but you can always lessen the hurt. That's the thing, is you can't stop kids from hurting themselves, but you can do your best to try and stop them from injuring themselves. It's like... There's a big difference between briefly caught hair on fire versus serious burns. Cryptmonger says, as a parent, I've had to say, get that sledgehammer out of your mouth. So there's that. Oh, boy. Eggshell Rabbit says, I grew up around people older than me, so I watched as they did dangerous things and learned from their mistakes. Yeah, fair enough. Ugh. Okay. Three minutes and 5 seconds remain. Yeah, as Lakshmi 13's husband points out, you can't just lock the kid in the basement to keep him safe forever. It's... Yeah. Kids need to... The world is full of interesting things to interact with, and some of those are going to be dangerous. You gotta have kids have opportunities to learn. Amber the Elm Witch says, as an aunt, I've had to say, no, you cannot watch Saw 2 with me. Yeah. And if Aunt Amber says it's bad, it must be pretty bad. Jeez. Phoenix Henry says, keep kids safe later by letting themselves get hurt now. Yeah, I mean... Well, you don't want to put them in situations where they're intentionally going to get harmed, but you can't entirely avoid situations where they might get harmed. You know? It's just one of those things, like, opportunities to learn will always be opportunities for things to go sideways. And how far sideways things go is determined to a large degree by how attentive the parent is. There's a good reason that adult supervision required is a valid thing. Because it's like, yeah, a kid will be fine with this in 99% of all cases, but in the 1% chance that they do something wrong, or that they don't understand the instructions, it's good to have somebody right there to jump in. Hey, Sam, this is the 10th Orward server. This is my Patreon server. We've got 42 seconds remaining in the build contest. For folks interested in joining my Patreon, $5 a month gets you in the Discord chat. $10 a month gets you access to the Minecraft servers. Yeah, Saw and Saw 2, definitely not kids' movies. Okay. Wait, what is this secret chords on the ticker? Matrix made friends. 1100. Well, we don't have time to go there because time is up. Pencils down. Stop building. And building. Okay. So, I don't know that we actually gave everybody signs. Let's go here. And let's see who our first presenter is. Mailman Dave, 152. Are you going to be joining us via text or voice today?
Hopefully voice if you can hear me.
I can hear you fine. Tell us what we're looking at here.
All right, so what you're looking at is, so Groundhog Day is actually kind of important to me because it's not just local color, it's my local color.
Oh, cool.
I actually live near Punxsutawney.
Awesome. And you're here today instead of out partying. Thank you.
I know, right? I didn't feel like getting up at the break of dawn to go see the Phil.
Uh-huh.
So, to kind of explain this the Bill, if you're going to indulge me, I'm going
Please
to
do.
walk through the lore of Punxsutawney Phil,
Sure, go for
like
it.
what he does. So, on February 2nd, there's a Germanic tradition. First of all, Punxsutawney's been doing this since 1887, and Phil's been doing this since 1887. Because the important thing to know is there's only ever been canonically one Phil. Phil is an immortal groundhog.
Ah.
Every summer, the Inner Circle, who's the governing body of Groundhog Day, gives him a potion that makes him live young and healthy as long as he takes it. So there's only ever been one Phil.
Okay.
And every February 2nd, he gets out of his burrow in a little farm near Punxsutawney called Gobbler's Knob. He sticks his head out his burrow, and he looks to see if he sees his shadow. And if he sees his shadow, the tradition is that there will be 6 more weeks of winter.
Okay.
But if he doesn't see his shadow, or I may have gone this backwards. But if he doesn't see his shadow, it means it's cloudy. He'll go out and take a walk, and that means there's going to be an early spring.
Excellent.
And so, how do they know what Phil has seen? What has he predicted? Well, the Inner Circle asks them. What they do is the vice president of the Inner Circle, they prepare 2 scrolls, one for an early spring and one for 6 more weeks of winter. They don their tuxedos and top hats, and they go to Gobbler's Knob to ask Phil what he's seen. The problem is that Phil's a groundhog. He's almost 140 years old, but he doesn't speak English. He speaks Groundhogese. So what they do to get around this is they gather with all the news crews and all that whatnot. They help him onto his stump, and the president of the Inner Circle has an acacia wood cane, which allows him to understand Groundhogese.
Oh, so we actually have acacia wood in Minecraft now. It's very fortunate they added that.
Yeah, but I assume because of Groundhog Day.
Yeah, obviously.
And the president asks Phil what he's seen. Phil reports what he's seen. The vice president is informed, and the appropriate scroll is read. And that's Groundhog Day in Punxsutawney.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much for this historical and most representational build of Phil the Groundhog from Punxsutawney, 1887.
Also, I kind of want to note I built this from scratch, and I was 15 minutes late. I messed up what time the contest was.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, well, this is really impressive. Thank you so much to Mailman Dave. That's a very strong first entry here. For our second entry, let's see what names are on the sign. Mantua Maker, Flying News. Mantua Maker, tell us what we're looking at here.
Hi, yeah, well, just that since Kindle said make floating floats, I made a way for the cars to fly, so there's a repulsor lift underneath the cars, so they
Oh,
can fly, but they also have the conversion option to drive if they want to. I had some detailing I wanted to do, but my hands are spasming really bad, so this is what you get for today.
that's pretty cool
Um,
still.
and so, yeah, you guessed it as you were flying through. There's the news van and red truck from the movie. And I did the news van 2 years ago. And
Hmm.
so, the change to try and end the loop is I did sandstone instead of quartz and changed the shape a little bit and put the glazed terracotta because I was using the one that gives me migraines. So
Yeah, that's
it's
fair.
good that I changed that. The light blue gives me migraines for some reason.
Oh, that
But
sucks.
and so yeah, hubcaps will be on later when my hands will let me put it on. But yeah, this is and I have Phil hanging on for dear life on the red truck since it's flying now. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I like this a lot. I will say the repulsor lifts are an interesting idea. I could imagine if they made like if they do a remake of Groundhog Day, in, what would it be like, 20, 30 years from now. Yeah. They're going to have to explain why the satellite phones are knocked out by the storm, and also the cars are all going to fly. So that's going to be an interesting element. But yeah, we'll have to check that out when it comes out in the future. But very good predictive build here from Mantua Maker. Now this next one looks like an exploding bed to me. Let's find out what it is. Who's presenting this one? Is this Mahi's presenting, or?
Yes.
Okay, what do we got, Mahi's?
Well, if you remember 2 years ago, I made an exploding bed.
Mm-hmm.
And figured I'd do that again. Didn't quite get it all the way done because I made it bigger this time.
Mm-hmm.
But with the bigger size, I did add something to this float that you've been asking for us to make for years. If you come down here.
I am down here. Yeah. I've been saying in New Orleans, each float is required to have a place to hide porta potties, so that there can be restrooms for the people on the float who are like throwing beads and stuff. And I'm assuming these are 4 different water closets in the post of the bed.
Yes.
Classic.
Yes, there are 4 porta potties in all the beds. So, or each one in the post. So, yeah. It's just a big, exploding bed because it's the. I like the idea that he dies and he comes back in the bed every morning, and that just kind of reminds me of Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's the whole reason I made this in the first place last time, and I just felt like doing that again and doing it a little bit bigger.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much, Mahis. Interesting little bit of New Orleans Mardi Gras lore and law. Once again, that's a legal requirement. Looks like we're over to Alpaca-tastic's Groundhog Day Simulator. What have we got here, Alpaca-tastic?
Hello. So to kind of, I guess, reference back to what Mailman Dave was talking about with Groundhog Day and its tradition, I would like to inform you all, if you're not already aware, that this morning Phil did in fact see his shadow predicting 6 more weeks of winter.
Uh-oh.
Now, the more pessimistic among you who may keep up with Groundhog Day may think to yourselves, wow, it sure seems like he sees his shadow a lot. And the truth is, he does. Since 1887, every year that they've recorded it, he has seen his own shadow roughly 5 out of every 6 years.
Oh, wow.
So I've made a little simulator here where you can pretend that you are Phil and kind of roll some dice and take a 1 in 6 chance of getting an early spring or a 5 in 6 chance of remaining in the shadow of winter. So
Okay.
if you want to press this button over here.
So let me switch my game mode to creative from spectator, and that's the button on top of the ladder there.
Yep. Looks like we're still in the shadow of winter.
Oh no. Very cool. Well, thank you very much to Alpaca-tastic. Got a fun little red truck
Oh,
here.
hey, I rolled spring. That's what happens if it
Ah.
changes to spring. I don't know if you saw, but it changes over to the regular moss. Some fireworks go off. It plays some bird sounds, that sort of thing.
Oh, neat. Very cool. Well, thank you, Alpaca-tastic, for that interesting, randomized, representational float. Let's see what we've got next. Dun, 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 dun. This one is Groundhog Day Parkour by Moon Roses. Go ahead and tell us what we're looking at, Moon Roses.
So, I didn't plan on building it all today, but I did have some random bits and bobs. I decided the most repetitive thing in Minecraft, in my opinion, is to do parkour, set your spawn, and jump across and fall, go back, jump across and fall, jump across and fall. Kindles did mention early to us that he would be taking out this moss road, so this will eventually be over the void, which is why I've also set bed, ender chest, and on either side of this little parkour.
Ah, very forward thinking. Very fun.
There's
Nice.
roughly 3 paths. As I was building this, I tried to make sure each path was able to be jumped. I also added trapdoors for those that just can't make the jumps.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much to Moon Roses. I'm sure that's going to keep a lot of people on the server here busy for a while.
It
Okay.
definitely was fun jumping around.
It always is. A great contribution by Moon Roses. Let's go see. We got something very creative over here. What is this? This Is Fine by Magenta. Presumably a reference to Casey Green's comic featuring a dog who says, "This is fine."
That is correct. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. Like this.
Great. I was channeling a little bit of my feelings about the state of the world when I built this. 2 years ago, I built a cute little groundhog coming out of a barrel. It was very cute. I've built the same groundhog, and he has awoken. And instead of going to tell if it's we're gonna have spring or winter, he is in a garbage fire. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we've got.
that's fair. Oh, that's fair. Okay.
And it's floating because Kindle has requested floating floats.
Yeah, and so it looks like you put little repulsor, like, doo, 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 doo. This is like a Jetsons
Exactly.
trash can.
It is, yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Let's just take a second to appreciate the flame. We do try to appreciate the flame. Here. Okay. Centauratron is apparently being eaten. Nom 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 nom. And let's see what we got going on down here. Do, 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 do. It's Des and Zoe. Which of you will be presenting?
I think it's me, if that is all right.
Yeah, go for it.
So this is Des.
Welcome, Des. Tell us what we got here.
So, in our last parade, which was the old big rock parade, we had a situation where Zoe and I made the same thing, which was a big boulder. And so, in spirit of our Groundhog Day compatriots, we thought, what would happen if we had redone this? What if we had also put our projects together? And so we put our projects together. Hers was in a tank. Mine was just outside of it. We put it in here, and we asked you to bring it over for us. And you put your starter base on top of it, brought it on over via a lay, and it got a little toppled on the way. So it's a little messy, but the rock is about to fall out.
An axolotl has definitely escaped. Can they breathe out there?
Hopefully they're fine.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is an interesting concept. Very cool. A lot going on.
Yes, there is also a room inside of the rock, which is a reference to a stream that you had, where you had a stream room.
Had a stream room.
It happens to not exist in a VOD version, but those of us who were there remember.
You say that, but I'm presumably one of the people who was there. Guantanamo Mortimer? Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I appreciate the diagonality of this, the broken smashness. Very interesting concept.
Yes, and along the sides are happen to be your streaming setups. So there is a Beetlejuice who has just been converted down. There is a Joe in slot 9, and on the back is maximum Joe-pacity with just an eye.
Oh, I was like, that eye looks familiar, but I don't know what it's supposed to be. Okay. So yeah,
If
green
I
glass
may,
is slot 9.
The
Yeah, go
cave
ahead.
on the outside is sort of Joe's actual Groundhog Day. Every day he resets
At
because
6.
he follows Groundhog Day rules.
Okay,
On
okay.
one side, we have tiny Joe making it hot in the hot bar, in slot 9. And then as he grows throughout the day, by the end of the night, he becomes this massive Joe pacified eyeball staring through at us. And then as he grows even larger, he becomes the Beetlejuice in the final slide here. And then he resets each day back to the tiny Joe in slot 9.
Okay. I was looking for... the one question I had about this build is, it's very cool, it's a lot of interesting concepts, and I like it, but I don't understand how it has to do with Groundhog Day. And so the Groundhog Day rules on the expansions now ties it all back in. Okay. Very interesting.
And kind of the Groundhog Day of neither myself or Des placed in the last parade. So this is a redo of the parade day for us. And we think playing together might just change our outcome. So if it had been this from the beginning, and also Joe's Groundhog Day.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, wow. So we've got all sorts of interesting builds. Yeah, I think that was my only question, so thank you for answering that. We have reached the end of the parade. Have I missed any contestants? I don't believe I have. So we are going to fly back out here, and it is always very challenging to select winners for this contest. Boy. Normally, if we had guests here and we weren't worried about keeping the VOD, I would play music, and the guests and I would go talk. But instead, it's just me, so I'm completely on the hook for justifying my choices here. Kindle says, "Don't forget to get your gift boxes from the viewing platform." Okay, yeah, you guys go do that while I mull. I'm mulling. Groundhog Day floats here in Kindle's void. Boy, this is the only challenging part. This is always such a fun treat to get to look at all these cool things, but then I'm bad at ranking things. So, yeah. I'm just going to kind of go with my gut here. But, like, honestly, these are all super high quality, amazing builds. So, let's see. Okay. I think for third place, we're going to go with the Casey Green reference Trash Fire Groundhog, which was once again created by Magenta, and it's called This Is Fine. It is it was a well done groundhog when it was initially created for the parade 2 years ago. The reinterpretation is interesting, and the metaphor is unfortunately apt. I want to look at this and say, like, well, this isn't really, even though there's a groundhog, theme-wise, current events aren't really like Groundhog Day. But it is really just like this every day now for the last several weeks. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I really wish that this wasn't on theme, Magenta. But yeah, you're going to walk out of here, /give Magenta Avocado. I was going to... Now, Kindleus, you've said in the past you wish that I asked the people running the parades what kind of things that they should get. Do you have actually something for this, or otherwise...
I do have ideas. Instead of a wildly complicated item that 11 hour people are going to get,
yeah,
I think we have a shortage of pig step on the server.
Okay. So...
we have, like, 4 of them on the server. Maybe 5.
Okay, so where... Is that a thing that I can just give? Music disc, pig step. Pig step. And a Groundhog Day is kind of like a small pig that steps. So we're going to go ahead and give Magenta Avocado 1 copy of Pig Step, as well as... Yeah, Groundhog. Yeah, exactly. As well as... let's go ahead and give you 3 nether stars so you can make some beacons. Superstone says, I mean, there's tons of those in the nether. Well, but it's hard for people to get to them, apparently. So, yeah. So 3 nether stars and 1 pig step disc to our 3rd place person, Magenta Avocado. Lakshmi13 says, I also really wish this wasn't on theme. I know, right? Hey, happy Sunday, Goran. Let's go ahead now for second place, we're gonna roll back here. And I really appreciate Dave bringing that local experience from Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania onto the server. And you know what? I was going to say, I feel bad that you chose to be here instead of at the event in Punxsutawney. But then you point out it's at dawn. You could have gone there and come back here. So, yeah, I wasn't counter-programming the actual Groundhog Day event. You just chose not to go. So that's fine. So we're going to give Mailman Dave... dang it. Not pig spawn eggs. Pig step. Music disc, pig step. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. We're going to give Mailman Dave 2 pig step discs and 6 nether stars. Bum, 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 bum. Mailman Dave 152. Good job, good game, and thank you for sharing your experience and knowledge, too. But yeah, there's a lot of details about this I like. I like the acacia cane. I like the scroll, the top hat, the tuxedo. There's just a lot of great things that tie it in. You've got the little people carrying the Punxsutawney 1887 banner. Mailman Davis says, to be fair, nearby is an hour and a half drive in this case. Yeah, well, to Americans, that's like nothing. I say as an American who hates driving 5 minutes, but it's fun. Yeah, this is a really great build. Thank you very much, Dave. And I gotta say, just something about the flying van and truck. Originally, I thought this was going to be like, okay, this is like the truck going off the cliff, and then the van will be like looking down at the edge of the cliff in the... Did you miss the nether stars? I had slash give you 6. Did they just fall on the ground if your inventory was full? Was your inventory full? Because I definitely did that. It's in the log. If your inventory was full while you were flying over the void, they would have fallen in the void. But... okay. We'll come back to that. But yeah, our first place is going to go to the incredibly talented Mantua Maker with the flying news. Mailman Dave was teleporting while that happened. Okay, well, I'll just give you another 6. There you go. But Mantua Maker, I love the concept of the futuristic Groundhog Day van and truck. The giant groundhog is a fun little cartoonish bit. I will note, like, maybe I just have a soft spot for the 3-dimensional groundhogs. Because I didn't plan it this way, but like I realize now that I've awarded all 3. All 3 of our winners were ones that actually made groundhogs in particular. But I think it's important to note that they're all cute in different ways. They're all different artistic interpretations of how to build a groundhog in Minecraft. There's not like one right way to make a sculpture of an animal. And these are all just fun celebrations of Punxsutawney Phil himself. And... but yeah, just there's the other 2 are a lot more static, you know, like the standing groundhog, you know, is in theory like being pulled on a platform, and the hovering trash can is, you know, hovering, you know, or whatever. But these capture a moment from the movie that's one of the most, I would say it's the only real action sequence in the film, right? You know, and it's just so iconic, and seeing it visually represented at all was really cool. But yeah, then the additional futuristic hover tweaks and the extra large groundhog, just really fun touches that I really appreciated. So absolutely nailed it, Mantua Maker. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna give Mantua Maker 12 nether stars and 4 pig step discs. Ba 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 ba. So sorry to whoever runs the shop that goes out and finds pig step discs, but that's now more available to everybody. Welcome, Chaos Alchemy. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking super good. Y'all absolutely nailed it. Woo! So many incredible contestants. Superstone says, that was me last server, but no one's done it this season. Oh, okay, fair enough. But yeah, thank you to everybody who built something. These are all incredible builds. It is always a challenge to pick winners for this event. Y'all always bring your A game. I hope you enjoy the future destruction of the road. Kindle has said that after the cleanup phase here, he is going to destroy these moss blocks, and so all of these will be hovering here over the void. So that parkour in particular is going to be a challenge. Lady Oolong and Lakshmi13 in the Discord both say, congrats all. This is Fred Forever in the Twitch chat, says everyone did a great job, such good builds. Don't forget to turn off keep inventory. I was going to leave that on until everybody packed up and left, because I would hate for somebody to die right now. So, yeah, we're going to leave keep inventory on for just a little bit so that y'all can clean up and get out of here without any real distress. Can we have a 24-hour keep inventory holiday? No, it's going to be... I'm going to go take a break and come back and do it. I think we had 0 deaths, shockingly. I was at half a heart at one point, says Zoikins. Wow. Yeah, this is a very cool build. Thank you. Oh, Mailman Dave says they died. Okay, cool, cool, cool. A few of us jumped internally or intentionally. Mahi says, I actually did explode one of the respawn anchors, though it was kind of on purpose. But yeah, thanks again to Kindleless for hosting. Congratulations to our contestants. But also thanks to everybody who played on the 10th Orward server this year. As Kindleless notes on his happy birthday message here, this was the launch date of the server 1 year ago. We still have a lot of time left on this world, and I am very excited to see what y'all build next. Kindleless says, it was a great birthday party for the server. Indeed it was. You know, I've got a house full of balloons. I probably should have dragged some of them in here for this. I could have been batting at a balloon the whole time. Then I wouldn't have had time to look at Bear's work, because I would be batting at a balloon. But, oh my gosh. Yep. Very cool. Very cool. One and all. So, I think we are going to wrap up here. Let's see. I need to figure out who we are going to raid. Let's see what's live. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da. Is there anybody doing anything Groundhog Day related? Nope. Ooh, okay. It does look like there is a tournament in Wisconsin, live from Appleton, Wisconsin. It is the Triple Bounty Tournament 3-Strike Knockout. So we're going to go ahead and raid our friend Tom at Fox Cities Pinball. When you get over there, our raid message is howdy y'all, Joe Hills raid here. Thank y'all again for joining me. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee.